I was working as a camp counselor at a summer camp in northern Wisconsin many years ago. One of the camp's activities was an overnight canoe trip on a nearby lake. The campers would paddle around the lake and then camp out on a small island in the middle. The night before the trip, I was getting stuff for the next day, and I needed to get some more drinking water. So I went to fill up my canteen at the main drinking fountain. As I walked over, I heard a strange gurgling sound coming from the spigot. It sounded exactly like someone gargling with water. I thought it was pretty strange, but I filled up my canteen anyway. The next day, after we finished up our canoe trip and the kids had gone back to their cabins, I was cleaning out the canoes and I noticed a small plastic bag at the bottom of one of them. Inside the bag was a small rock with some strange markings on it. I showed it to one of the camp directors and he said it looked like an Indian burial stone. Apparently they're sometimes called Wendigo stones. We tried to find more information about them online and we couldn't find anything other than references to Native American burial grounds and legends of the Wendigo, a creature that supposedly lives in the woods and preys on humans. Of course, the campers didn't see anything and everything turned out fine, but it sure was creepy. Okay, so I have a question. You guys believe in ghosts? Because if you do, then this next story might be for you, because it's about a ghost that haunts Disneyland. This comes from a Reddit user. When I worked at Disneyland many years ago, I used to work the teacups. One day while I was taking a break, I was standing outside the teacups in Fantasyland when I saw a little girl in a Victorian nightgown and a bonnet sitting on the nearby window ledge. She was crying, and I asked her if she was okay. She looked at me and said, "I'm looking for my dolly." So I asked if I could help her look, and she said, "Thank you." And then she wandered off. I thought it was odd that she just wandered off, but I shrugged it off and went back to work. About 20 minutes later, I was taking a ride on the monorail when I saw the same little girl sitting on the bench in the station. I asked her if she had found her dolly yet, and she said no. So I got off the monorail and asked if I could take her to the Lost and Found to see if anyone had turned it in. She said thank you, but she ran away before I could say another word. I saw her a few more times over the next few weeks, always sitting in the same spot and always crying for her dolly. I don't know if she ever found her dolly, but I do know that she was eventually found by a cast member and taken to the Lost and Found where she belongs.